Tesla has a new warning going out to all owners around the world right now, and that is that everything is about to change. In the wake of massive layoffs and canceled projects, we're getting the release of some Tesla updates that are bigger than we've ever seen before, super exciting. But what exactly is happening next? Is the recent restructuring going to delay the upcoming Model Y Juniper refresh? What new features are coming? What got the axe? And what exactly is happening with the cheaper Tesla and also Tesla pricing? Are prices going up, going down? What in the world's going on? Let me break down the top 5 things you need to know about Tesla's master plan for 2024, because the master plan we thought we had is no more. Everything's been thrown out the window. Everything has changed. Plans have dramatically changed in terms of pricing, hardware, software updates, everything. Let me tell you what Tesla's new plan is for the year, the updates coming to your car, when we'll get the Model Y refresh, and some other bad news you should probably know about as soon as possible. And also a huge thanks to Kalshi for sponsoring this video. So if you've missed the Tesla news over the last couple of weeks for some reason, let me just give you the too long didn't read. There have been some really high highs and also some pretty low lows. There's the all-new Model 3 Performance that looks absolutely amazing, and the fact that it qualifies for the federal tax credit means that you can actually get a Model 3 Performance cheaper than you can a Model 3 long range, and you're getting a really amazing car for the money. But also, Tesla just laid off at least 10% of its global workforce. There's a huge spring update bringing tons of new features that owners have been asking Tesla to do for years. But also, Tesla no longer has a team actually working on superchargers. Things have just been very turbulent at Tesla over the last couple of weeks. Elon has been making a lot of big changes. And as it stands right now, in early May of 2024, basically everything has changed. And like I mentioned, Tesla had laid out this plan for 2024 with updates and features and this and that. That's all gone. And now everything has changed. So let me tell you what we know right now, starting first with the Model 3, and I'll keep this part short and sweet because there's not a lot to it. Model 3 lineup is great. Probably the shining star of Tesla right now, one of the best updates they've done over the last year. And I know that the stock list design isn't for everyone. I know that the lack of the federal tax credit on the rear-wheel drive and the long-range model isn't ideal, but all 3 models are an amazing car for the money. You're getting some of Tesla's newest features here, the RGB ambient lighting, the improved suspension, the quieter cabin, the faster main screen, the rear screen. Cybertruck is still the only vehicle as of now with the 48-volt architecture and steer-by-wire, though that will change soon. Come back to that more in a moment. But the Model 3 gives you a lot of car for the price. You're getting a really amazing model, never been a better time to buy, and as I just mentioned, the Model 3 Performance even qualifies for the federal tax credit, which makes it an even better deal and something you've definitely got to consider. So if you've been on the lookout for a Model 3, I know pricing isn't in line for what everyone wants, but man, you're getting a really, really good car for the price. And also some lease deals in the Model 3 are fantastic as well, especially the rear-wheel drive Model 3, good lease deal. So if you're interested in getting a Model 3, now is a great time to do so, and I wouldn't expect any Model 3 updates to come for the foreseeable future, probably not for the next couple of years. All right, next is where we start to venture into unknown territory on things that may or may not happen. And this one in particular is interesting. It seems like Tesla's obviously doing a lot of corporate restructuring and people are leaving the company and a lot of layoffs there. And it seems like they are reprioritizing what is important and what is not. And one, or I should say 2 vehicles that Tesla looks to be deprioritizing right now are the Model S and Model X that might just get left behind. Now, while Tesla did, in all fairness, introduce some all-new performance seats for the Model S Plaid a few weeks ago, this bigger refresh that has sort of been hinted at for at least a year now still has not seen the light of day and was supposed to be pretty significant. Among a host of other features, the Model S and Model X were supposed to be getting with a refresh 2 big features to sort of bring them in line with Cybertruck. One would be a front bumper camera, sort of giving you a front-facing view of the vehicle, and the other would be the RGB ambient lighting going to the interior of Model S and Model X. Now, we'd previously heard that this was discovered in Tesla code last fall, so it's been a while, and then just a couple of weeks ago, Tesla Scope, which usually has a really good read on what is happening inside Tesla, said that the Model S and Model X were going to be getting a sort of reshift on the production line to start being built with these new features as early as March 1st. But now it's early May, and we've seen no new Model S's or X's with these features, and not even any evidence to suggest that this is even on the roadmap or still happening. And what may have happened, in all fairness, is that Tesla was going through some priority shuffles here and going to what was important, what was not, and maybe leadership just decided a new Model S and Model X refresh just wasn't a priority right now, and we might not even see it ever. It could have been shelved, maybe for a couple months, maybe for a couple years. We don't know. But as of right now, there is no new evidence that suggests that an imminent refresh is happening, which is a totally different story of what came to us a couple of weeks ago. Another part of the Tesla master plan that has actually changed in a good way this year are the in-car software updates and new features. Because for the past couple of years, Tesla has been saving their biggest update and their biggest new features for what was called sort of the holiday update that would drop sometime in late December. But this year, we don't have to wait nearly as long, as a surprise spring update is here that has just started to roll out with a host of some really nice features and useful features owners have been asking Tesla to add for years now. In addition to this new, larger UI for when the vehicle is parked, this update checks a lot of boxes of features we've been wanting. Audible is now a default audio application built into the car that you can sign into and listen to audiobooks right inside of your Tesla. We now finally have the ability to view Sentry Mode event triggers from our phone, and even some nice quality of life updates as well, like the ability to have your trunk automatically open on newer Teslas. It's just sort of nice to have a nice feature-packed update that's coming way sooner than originally thought, and sort of nice to have updates come more frequently than just one big update near the end of the year. Now, as we talk through these stories, I know that many of you have very strong opinions on what Tesla should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, what will happen, what won't happen. But what if I told you that instead of just commenting down below, you could make some money based off of if your passion and theories are correct or not? That's right. You can trade more than just Tesla stock these days, folks. You can trade options like whether or not Robotaxi will be revealed on time, whether a public release will happen before 2026, and even whether or not Elon will be ousted as Tesla CEO sometime this year. If this is all real, it's all legit, and it's all totally possible thanks to Kalshi. Founded by two MIT engineers, think of Kalshi like the New York Stock Exchange, but instead of investing in stocks, you can invest in things you care about, things you know about, things you're passionate about. The exchange has hundreds of thousands of users and has already done more than $500 million of trading. Let's even play out this example. Let's just say you are very confident we will see this Robotaxi unveiled on 8/8. The yes position on this is currently at 75 cents as of filming. So let's say, for example, you bought 100 shares, that'd be $75. So if you're correct on this, you can get $100. If you're wrong, you get nothing. You even have the option to sell your positions before results come in. So if the share price goes up to 80%, for example, or 80 cents, you can sell that 100 shares for $80 and make some money and walk away. You also, of course, can pick the inverse of this. If you think it just isn't going to happen, you can take that position as well. Of course, Kalshi also extends far beyond the world of Elon and Tesla. There's economics, culture, crypto, climate, and so much more. You can really sort of discover what you're knowledgeable about, what you're passionate about, and look into some options there. You can, of course, sign up at the link down below if you want to get started. And special offer for you guys, the first 500 traders who go through my special link will get a free $20 credit on the platform. So get free money just by going through my special link. Again, link down below. First 500 of you who go through my special link and sign up will get $20 of free credit on Kalshi. So learn more and check it out for yourself today, right now, link down below. In addition to that spring update, though, there are also a host of other Tesla features that have been in the rumor mill for a while that now, given this corporate restructuring and reprioritization, may happen or may not. We just don't know. Like Dolby Atmos support was supposed to be coming to Teslas as of December of 2022, and we've still heard nothing on that. Also, Tesla has been reportedly developing their own app store for years now, and we've not seen any new evidence to suggest that this is still coming. And then just other features that have sort of been rumored, but we've got no evidence to suggest what is happening. I'm hoping that one of the good things that comes out of this corporate restructuring is that we do get more software updates and more features on a more regular basis. Tesla, I should say in their defense, does do regular software updates, but they don't usually pack a lot of big features. If we could bring those big feature releases back on a regular basis, like once a quarter, that'd be very awesome to see. And hopefully that is one of the big new priorities that Tesla is sort of working with as they shift their strategy to focus more on software throughout the rest of 2024 and beyond. In terms of other sort of Tesla software priorities, obviously we know that their big focus right right now is on autonomy and full self-driving, and that's really where their focus and money is these days. They continue to make some pretty big updates to full self-driving supervised, which continues, to Tesla's credit, to get better and better and better. A new auto park feature is here now, also on older Teslas, which is really cool, using the vision system. And then also, sometime very shortly, Tesla will be launching a new smart summon feature that should be way better and work, hopefully, more confidently than the older smart summon feature of a couple of years ago. So Tesla's definitely in their software lane, focusing on full self-driving, and to their credit, they're making pretty big improvements in that arena, and that should be the case moving forward as well. Okay, moving to another part of Tesla that is a bit more stable for this year, I'll talk quickly for a moment about Cybertruck because there's not a whole lot to say here. Tesla continues to ramp up production on Cybertruck. I think they made 1,000 in 1 week back in April, and they're still building the Foundation series. There's still no way to sort of get your name on the list in any given order. They're just sort of going through whatever the pre-order list in some random fashion as of right now. So Cybertruck is still in the Foundation only series, still being produced and being produced at scale, but no new info on this. Cybertruck is going to sort of be status quo, which might be a good thing as we continue on throughout the year. Okay, next is going to be one of Tesla's biggest announcements of 2024, if not one of their biggest announcements ever, that's happening on August 8th, and that is the unveil of the Tesla Robotaxi or the Tesla Cybercab, whichever name you want to use today. Basically, this is going to be a fully autonomous vehicle that is going to be Cybertruck inspired. That's going to be a smaller vehicle that's got no steering wheel, no pedals, and runs fully on Tesla's full self-driving system. The idea is that this would be a passenger vehicle able to take you around to wherever you want to go. You would use a Tesla app to be able to call the vehicle to be summoned to you, and it would totally drive you yourself. And then ultimately, Tesla's goal is to have their own fleet of these cabs, and then also give software to owners to allow them to turn their cars into cabs when they're not using them. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy on whether or not this is actually going to be usable, if it's going to be workable, if it's going to be ready in time. But on August 8th, Tesla is at least going to unveil what this vehicle is going to look like, and Elon's going to give us more details on how this program is going to work. Obviously, Elon has made it clear they are going all in on Cybercab, they are going all in on AI, all in on full self-driving, and this is going to be a big part of their 2024 plan. And it seems like, honestly, this is now top priority, and everything else is sort of underneath that. So this is top priority for the year, Cybercab, and as we learn more details on this, I, of course, will share them with you and let you know. Another big product reveal that's going to be very interesting to see potentially before the end of this year wraps up is a new, cheaper Tesla, and we've got a little bit more info here on what we may see. So Elon made it clear that Tesla is no longer going to develop a sort of smaller, compact $25,000 vehicle, but instead they're going to accelerate their plans to make more affordable Teslas, essentially by making a cheaper version of what they've already got. And the current theory right now, not going to say this is leaked, but the current theory is that Tesla could be making a smaller version of the Model 3 that is a hatchback, that it would have a battery technology that would allow it to qualify for the federal tax credit. So that would basically take nearly $8,000 off the vehicle. There is some speculation that Tesla would do some more cost-cutting measures with this vehicle to make this vehicle as cheap as possible, to knock a little bit more off the price of it as well, and they're going to do as much as they can to make a cheaper, more affordable Tesla, but also make it with the existing infrastructure they've got right now. And it seems like a smaller crossover between Model 3 and Model Y is what we're going to get as the new cheaper model. Whether it's called Model 2 or whatever it is, we don't know. Not sure if it's going to hit the $25,000 target mark, but probably sub $30,000 when including incentives will be the price of this new lower-end Tesla that, again, according to Tesla, they're accelerating their plans, and we might actually see before the end of this year, which wasn't the case before, but now is the case. This also sort of leads into those plans about the Model Y refresh as well, because there is also some speculation that the Model Y could be a part of this plan and would be one of those more cost-effective vehicles we see launch before the end of this year, which very much still could be a thing. To tell you the truth, we don't know how these layoffs and corporate reprioritizations will affect the Model Y refresh because we don't know how far along it is it seems like Tesla was still about 12 months away from the release of the Model Y Juniper refresh. But I would suspect that given the Model Y's popularity and given probably how much Tesla's already put in to this project resource-wise, this is still something we see, but it's unknown as of right now whether the timeline is accelerated or it's not. So one of two things could happen is that one is we just see a regular old Model Y refresh sometime in 2025 or maybe even 2026, or Tesla maybe makes some compromises here to accelerate the production of this vehicle and get it ready to go before the end of this year or very early next year, which does seem to be the plan as consumers are very hungry for an all-new Model Y. Seems likely that that will be sort of coming sooner than later, though we don't know now, given the setbacks Tesla has had with production and staffing and pricing, what concessions they may make to get this vehicle out sooner. Maybe it won't have all the bells and whistles. Maybe it won't be exactly the vehicle we thought it would be. Probably still, hopefully, in the roadmap, but we don't know how the chips fall on this one, given all the other falling chips with Tesla right now. So that's what we think we know right now. Obviously, a very big prioritization right now on full self-driving and cybercab and software, less of a priority on hardware changes. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this, guys? Your thoughts on the cheaper Model 2, your thoughts on the new Model 3, the new Model Y? Let me know down below. Also, if you made it to the very end of this video, I want to say two things. One, thank you very much. And two, I'm going to pick someone to do a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway to in this video. I'm going to double the store. Quadruple, 5x the stakes here by doing a Amazon gift card giveaway. To enter this giveaway, all you've got to do is three simple things. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, then leave a comment down below saying hi to my dad. My dad is a huge supporter of my channel. He always watches my videos. He always comments on things he sees or things that I say, and I appreciate him. And I know he's watching this video, so Dad, if you're watching, hello. Thank you for watching. And for all you guys, say hi to my dad down below in the comments. Leave him a nice comment, and I'll pick one of you guys to do a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway to as a thank you. Hopefully we can brighten up his day. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, breaking down Tesla news, and I'll see you all in the next one.